India is the seventh largest country by area and the second most populated country in the world with over 1.3 billion people. It has emerged as the fastest growing major economy and is expected to be one of the top three economic powers of the world over the next decade. Powered by a rising middle class, India is already witnessing a consumption boom, fueled by a vast transformation. Hello everyone, my name is Neetu and this is Asiapedia. Discover Asia's business environment. In today's podcast, we'll be talking about the great Indian consumption story. I'm joined by Sunny Makhija, Senior Associate with International Business Advisory Vertical of Deezer and Sheeran Associates. Sunny leads the marketing initiatives for the India practice and assists foreign firms in doing business in India.
Thank you for the introduction, Neetu. It is good to be here today. It's an exciting time for the consumer goods industry in India. The country is set to become a truly middle class led economy propelled by a growth in income. Not many people will doubt if I say that the next big emerging market after China is going to be India.
Speaking of growth and income, how do you see the change in spending patterns?
Well, consumer priorities are changing thanks to the rising disposable income. There are many more avenues to spend on today than a decade ago. A mobile phone is no longer considered a luxury item. It has become a necessity for all segments of society, not only as an instrument for communication, but also as a vital tool for the conduct of business or profession, even for tradesmen like carpenters, plumbers, electricians, farmers, etc. in India. Statistics show that consumers today are willing to shell out those extra bucks for a better, high quality product. In fact, a significant increase in the younger population and a change in shopping behavior have also led to changing spending needs. Online spending on e-commerce platform was about $50 billion in 2017, and this figure is projected to increase more than tenfold to $500 billion by 2025. With a median age of 28 years in India, the youth seek goods and products which save time and make life easy for them. Products like packaged food, online food ordering services, delivery services, portals offering home maintenance services, etc., are gaining rapid popularity among youth today. The list is growing, leading to an increase in the earning, purchasing, and consuming population.
Do you think India is ready to meet the challenges of matching the growing demand with the commensurate growth on the supply side?
Well, India's middle class is growing, and so are its consumption needs. As per several research reports, India's middle class population is expected to cross 550 million mark by 2025. This means by 2025, India would need 550 million toothbrushes, jeans, pair of shoes, etc. The demand would far outstrip the supply, and India's manufacturing capabilities would actually need a strong push to come anywhere close to this number. And it's, to be honest, it's quite a big number. To put this number in perspective, I would like to give an example of USA. Post World War II, it became a superpower on a backbone of total population of around 200 million. Government is fully aware of this challenge and has set the ambitious target of increasing the share of manufacturing to 25% of India's GDP, which currently stands at around somewhere 17%, and to create additional 100 million jobs by 2022. Certainly an ambitious target. Make in India is one such initiative to boost investment in manufacturing sector and promote India as a global manufacturing powerhouse.
Seems like India's consumer market is at an inflection point which is ready for an exponential growth in coming decade. How do you think India's consumption story will unfold?
Well, as per a research report by Boston Consulting Group, India is poised to become the third largest consumer market by 2025, with consumption expected to hit the USD 4 trillion mark. Like I said before, India's consumption will be shaped by its middle class, a consumer market that could rival some of the biggest markets in the world. Let's take a look at the rural population. It too aspires to adopt the trends and lifestyles of the urban population. Recognizing this, the FMCG companies are restructuring their distribution channels and adopting innovative marketing strategies to reach out to the remotest rural markets to satisfy the growing demand and boost their top lines. Implementation of GST was a key reform which removed trade barriers within the country and made the transfer of goods and services seamless, efficient, and cost effective. This is expected to play a major role in boosting the manufacturing, sales, and consumption in the country. Other reforms such as direct benefit transfer, financial inclusion, which also goes by the name of Jan Dhan Yojana, plans of doubling of farmer income by 2025 will definitely put more money in the pockets of rural India, and this will act as a catalyst to spur the growth in consumption.
Where do you see the opportunities for foreign and domestic firms in India?
Well, there will be definitely a big gap between the demand and supply of consumer goods. This presents significant growth opportunities for consumer goods companies to set up their manufacturing units to meet this growing demand. Foreign companies too can come up and set up their manufacturing facilities to fill or to plug this gap. And I believe this is all linked. Increase in manufacturing will create employment opportunities for unskilled and semi-skilled labor class in India, which actually is the need of the hour as well. These jobs will give money to people for spending, which would again push the consumption growth in the country. Government of India under its Make in India program is offering several incentives for manufacturing in India. India has amongst the most liberal FDI policies in the world. Barring a few sectors, 100% FDI is allowed through the automatic route in most of the sectors without the need of any sort of government approval. To quote a few recent examples, last year, Samsung Electronics opened a new factory in India, which it claimed to be the world's biggest mobile phone manufacturing plant. This year, Apple started assembling its top-end iPhones in the country through the local unit of Taiwan-based Foxconn. In fact, in a recent news, 200 US companies are planning to shift their manufacturing base from China to India as a consequence of the ongoing US-China trade war tension.
Interesting. Can you name a few factors which are responsible for India's rising appeal as a manufacturing destination?
Besides India's huge buyer's market, India's manufacturing appeal lies in its pool of engineers, a young and a relatively inexpensive labor force. India's labor costs are lower than those in China and almost all of the countries in Southeast Asia, with the exception of Myanmar. So, definitely a big factor. The country offers direct access to natural resources needed in production, notably iron ore and aluminium, making it a viable manufacturing alternative to China. An active player in Asia, India has several free trade agreements inside and outside the region. And last but not the least, India's improving business scenario. With continuous and impactful reforms, India's ease of doing business ranking in World Bank's survey improved by 65 positions over past 4 years.
Sunny, before we wrap up this conversation, would you like to give a brief on what DSA has to offer to foreign investors who are planning to set up businesses in India?
In brief, Deezen Shira and Associates is a pan-Asia FDI specialist firm providing legal, tax, and operational advisory to international corporate investors. We hold our clients' hand through the entire process of new location familiarization, business planning, and corporate establishment. We can then provide post-establishment administration, financial, HR, payroll, and IT services.
Thank you, Sunny, for being with us today. If you would like to know more about the India's consumer market and doing business in India, please feel free to check our India Briefing website, your premium source of business news concerning foreign direct investment into India, including the most important tax, legal, and accounting issues. You can also visit Deezen Shira and Associates Asiapedia page for more resources on doing business in India. Thank you for joining us today.